Hello, my lovely spectators. Didi here. Welcome to my studio. So, today marks day 95 of my 100-day project. So, it has been ongoing, and I have not mentioned it because it's repetitious, but we are at 95. So, 5 more days, and I will have made videos 400 days. Now, there was that one snafu, but I gave myself grace because on many days I did have more than one video. So, with that said, I was like, what shall we do today? And today I just decided to play with stuff that I've purchased recently, that I've sourced recently, etc., etc., from Facebook Marketplace, etc., all these different places, right? All the places, and just make something simple and neutral. So what I'm doing, well, is finding little bits of cookies all over the place. Is using everything around me that's neutral. Now, yes, this is glaring here. Let me show you in a minute. In my Finding My Floor, these are the offcuts that I said if I do not use them over the weekend, pa fuera, out. These I recently purchased because they're so cute. And they're saturated, they're dyed. So we're gonna take the brown ones. They're mini doilies from Doodlebug Design, not sponsored. I purchased them over at my local place. I forgot how much exactly they were. Pricey probably because, you know, Doodlebug and everybody else jumping on these kind of things that are like very popular, I guess, right now, for lack of a word. And so, yeah, but I did get 25% off, I know that. Then I also showed this in a haul, which is neutral, and I had it on near my desk. These words, neutral. You've seen this before, Raffia. You've seen this before, which is my coffee dyed receipt paper. I also purchased some of these mini paper clips. So they were going to keep the brown ones. We're going to make neutral. We're going to make a little neutral cluster with a single word on it, and that's what we're going to do. So we have quite a number of things. This is some canvas that I sourced from somebody on Facebook Marketplace. So we're going to cut a piece of that. You like my sign? Now it's sliding over here. Anyway, what else? There was something else that I was definitely going to be including. Then I can't remember where it is or what it is. So maybe it's in my brain that it was someplace. So, well, this specifically, this is fantastic. This is my first time playing with it. This is reminding me very much of piano roll tape, right? And what it is not in the screen. Not in the screen. Is tape for the computers. It's kind of like that idea behind piano roll that there's fingers or something inside the computer or the system of the machine that reads this information and tells you what it is. And what it is from 1976. And it is data written in this language called BASIC. So programmers would print this out at the end of their day. This is the way that they save their work, and then it could hold a lot of information, and then they ran it through and basically I guess tossed it. So somebody found these, I sourced it there, so I'm gonna play with it, and I think this is really cool. I have a lot of it, so I'm gonna share it on my Ko-fi shop if you would like to check that out. Okay, so I grabbed something else that was by my desk, under my desk. This is my bits and bobs of yarn, which has turned into a loaf container from the Dollar Tree. So there's some things in here that are neutrally colored. So I thought I would pull some out. And I guess it might be a little bit redundant, but it's kind of like it's canvas, but it can be pulled apart so I can get some strands from it. And do I want to add a little pieces of fabric? I don't know. They're white. They're not. Well, this one's not white. I don't want to go too much. So what we're going to do is we're just going to make about 12 clusters. So it should be super quick. Nothing too crazy. And yeah, that should be our thing. Okay, here we go. We've got some of this that has some colors in it that's not white per se. It does have some of the other colors in it. So let's just make some clusters, guys. So as I was saying, I'm gonna use this paper, so I want to cut I'm gonna cut about a foot of it. Alright, so we're just gonna go like this, and we're just gonna, it tears, it's paper. Okay, it's rolled, so it's always gonna have that roll. What I'm planning to do is, of course, like I said, I'm gonna put it in my Kofi. I've planned to do this. This is a three yards of it. It could fit into a regular envelope, so I'm gonna put this up. If you're interested, you can go check it out. I have plenty, so I have many to part with. And yes, they will not be free, but you can go and check that out over there because I haven't decided yet. I'm gonna poll the family and say, how much do you think? So you can check that out, and you can decide at that point in time. So we're gonna do something with this. So it's got this yellowish tinge. You could definitely ink this if you wanted to. I was even saying how it was so cool that you can actually use this as a stencil. So I'm just rolling it the other way to kind of get the kink out so it's not a little ball all over the place and get him run away from me, right? So we're going to use that. This is not what we're going to use. It's something else I bought. I've never used this before. It's a texture gel, lemon fizz. Maybe, but no, not really. It's too bright. It's too shimmery. Well, actually, I put it on a piece of something. I just put it on my finger and I went like that. So it adds a little something, but that's not our journey today. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a word from these Temu stickers. I know, the devil, right? I was having this whole, not having a conversation, I was watching a conversation happen on Facebook, and I asked a question and whew, forget about it. So we can look for 10 or 12 words that really can be just like a little boop onto a cluster onto a corner or something of that nature. So we'll do that in a few. Like I said, the packaging paper, we're just going to cut a couple of pieces. So we're going to do that. And let's see. I don't know if this tears. How, let's see, a thumb's length. I don't know if it's going to rip. We shall. Oof. Yes, it does. And it must have some sizing in there because I did feel like there was some dustiness that came out. I'm gonna rip the other side, just a sliver off. Watch it go like insanely into the situation over here. Not so bad. This goes in the little bin I just showed you of bits and whatnot. So, okay. So if you hear my printer make a noise on the side, it's because I got sucked into the Insta Ink early on with the subscription, and now I'm trying to make it work for me and get the most bang for my buck, and then I'm gonna figure out what I'm gonna do, because now with the digitals, it's like, whoa, I have so much to print, and ink is, you know, pricey. All right, so let me see here. Can I get a little piece off of here? Okay, we'll save those bits. We will save those bits. I just don't want to have a finished edge per se. So we're gonna make, okay, we're gonna make these. So we're just gonna cut and prep 12 different things, I guess, to kind of make our cluster. So actually, this might be enough. As this could be 6 things. Yeah, it could be. Could I make it a little shorter? Maybe. Alright, so this is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfection. Then we're going to do the same thing over here. Let's clean up the edge, or rather, let's not unclean the edge, make it more raggedy. Same thing here. There we go. And now let's do the same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, how many of you have ever done the 100-day project? I mean, would you do it if you didn't have a channel and we're trying to, you know, showcase that, or build a community or build a base? Have you done it of your own free will, so to say, and whatnot? So that would be interesting to know. These guys are 75 count. Look at them. It's like one big giant cookie. we're gonna take out 6 of them because we're not gonna use them. They are super thin. So we have 1, let's see. Actually 2. With doilies, you gotta really be, you know, whatever. So let's try that again. No, so this is 1, 2, I know there's more than one here too. There we go. 2, 3, 4. There's probably 2 here. So 3, 4. If I can get them separated. I learned that sometimes you think you have them separated, like when I coffee dyed them. So this is 4. Is this 2 here? No, 5. And well, you know what? We can do halves, and then we can do quarters. So I don't know. So I'll take out 6 just because, you know, you can't hoard them. You buy them to use them. Here's our 6th one. So we can cut them in half at least. I don't know we would use an entire thing like that. So that's our 6 pieces right there. Where's the rest of these? Where did I put them? I don't know. But this is gonna go on the side over here. Okay, we have some yarn that has some brownish tones. We need to chop up some of this paper. Here's my little scrap section over there. Okay, so we're gonna have, now do we want to include both things? I don't know. Do we want to include this thing? I don't know. Should we use this one? I don't know. So many decisions. So let's just, if we need a piece, we'll rip a piece. Here, I was saying because you can easily get a bunch of these little threads to come out. I thought that would be interesting to have some threads putting in here because we do have that canvasy base, right? Okay, and then with the I think that might be, this might be enough, but we'll leave it on the side. And then this with these guys from where is it? The top here. Let's see. So I don't want a cluster to be too big, right? But I want to have, maybe not. Why would I? You know, because I'm like, it's gonna add a little bit more rigidity because they are nice, thicker sections. So I could get 2, 4, 6 squares out of this. So I could do that, and then we can use 2 pieces of this, or I could do 2, 4, 6, 8, like that. So let's see. Let's just grab 2 of these. Nothing with color. We're staying with completely what feels neutral. So, and remember, we're gonna cover up a lot of this because this is gobbledygook. We don't know. It's not saying anything, but that's the vibe. Okay. So I think this one's more neutral. This has some interesting things on it which will get covered up, so I don't know. Or maybe we should. Maybe we should pick something that has some things that'll add a little bit of this kind of, like, you know. Okay, we can make them rectangular, we can make them circular, all that good stuff, okay? So I'm gonna put that off to the side in my little stash of mess over there that I don't really have a stash. It's just a pile that I have to put away. And then we're going to take out some of these guys. So these are also from Doodlebug. These mini paper clips that as I was standing there, my friend was like, really? I was like, listen, you know, I'm getting 25% off. They're kind of pricey, but they're so dang cute. The thing is that we got to use them. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10. Do you believe that there's 15 still there because it's 25 in a pack? Anyway, getting back in there, you know. So I have been doing everything and anything that I wanted to do in May, and I haven't decided how I'm structuring the rest of my channel or the rest of my life with this channel. I'm still going to do challenges and things. I have the collaboration with Tracy Fox. In that I'm doing the Creep on June, and I know there's some people that do them like straight up the entirety of the month. That's not my thing. I'm gonna be doing it, but I'm gonna be doing it for the most part the day that I signed up. But surprise will be happening that day, so you know, take a look, watch out for my Creep on June videos. Anyway, so with this, I'm just gonna stack them up. And I could just tear them in half. That might be a thing. Okay, and that way I would just have a piece to tuck in there, which I could do. I could cut them cleanly with a pair of scissors. I could use pinking shears or deckled edge or something like that, but I'm just gonna do it like that. I'm gonna just freehand this. Now, this now has some whiteness to it, so I think I'm going to try to hit it with some ink over here. I just happen to have black soot, so I'm just gonna hit it with some black soot because, you know, it's what's here, just to get rid of that stark dark whiteness. There we go. Let's see, does the other side have it? Not really, because remember, when you rip paper, one side will have that white. I'm just gonna hit it with black anyway, and the other side will not. Okay, so we will need to ink a little bit of this, right? We're gonna incorporate that. So we got our little bits and pieces formulating over here, and probably not good to put the little pieces of string next to the fan, but that's just how my brain said to do it. So yeah, these guys, it feels very yellow, so I'm just gonna do like what I would do with ribbon, right? Just adding a little grunge to it on one side, right? Which is just like this, running it across my finger and the dauber. I don't mind getting inky fingers, right? We could do it here, but I don't want to get more dirty on that because it's already been cleaned 15,000 times over the past few days. So yes, but let's check that out. Let's see. Okay, here I do this. Cool, it's cute, cute, cute. I'm not gonna do that for this project, but it's cute. Alright, so let's just cut this in about an inch. So like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, 9, 10. I'm gonna get 2 more little pieces because, you know, how does it work? I'm using side of eye and my inch is bigger than what I think it's supposed to be. So let's see here. Do I remember how many I counted? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 10, 11, 12. Okay, and we're gonna ink that up before I cut into them. So, if you see me, you know what I'm doing. I'm doing assembly line. I'm doing multiple more than one, because that's just what I do and stuff. And yes, it's another cluster. I don't know. I'm a little bit still lost, guys. You know, I told you guys in May that I was trying to figure out what I'm trying to do here, and I just am so unsure. So this is 9, 10. 11, 12. So we have 12 little pieces of the data paper. And then we have this, which I'm not sure how to incorporate, but we're going to have it over here. We've got our doilies. So how are we going to be doing these guys? I think I'm going to do them more with a trimmer. So let me get my trimmer out. And we're going to first cut them in half. So they are about 4 inches. Well, no, they're not. They're just about 4 inches. So cut it in half. Okay, so 2 inches. And then we're going to get 12 of them. So 1, 2, 3. So this is, how big is this? This is just under 6. So just about 2. So we're just going to cut them around 2. So that's 1, 2. Okay. 4, 5, 6. 6. And yeah. No rhyme or reason. I'm not really measuring. I know I'm down here. You can't see. I'm sorry. My studio is very limited. You guys know. Studio. I am gonna also. Where is it? Is it here? Why do I feel like it's missing? Oh, there it goes. I'm gonna take out this punch that I love, and I'm gonna do something to the corners just to give it a little bit of interest. So a couple of them, I'm gonna do the little butt corner, right? So we'll do a couple of those like that. Okay, now this may seem, it's looking like it's getting a little big, but it is what it is. Okay, so let's do 4 like that. Okay. Okay, so that's that butt corner that I'm talking about, right? Then we'll take the other corner, which is the little nipple. For lack of a word, I don't know, guys. I don't know what it's called, right? So that's this one here, the little nipple, right? We'll do 4 like that, because why not? Those 2. Yeah, so 3, 4, and that's, how many is those? 1, 2, 3. So this is the next one, which is the 4th one, because, you know, multiples, right? It's 12 pieces, and then the other one is the invert, like a stamp. So we're gonna do that. Okay. So we're gonna treat that kind of like the base. Now, are these big for clusters? I don't know, you tell me, right? I mean, a cluster should be something, I think, that I heard or read or investigated. I don't know, I Google so many things. Something bigger than like a twinchy. So right now this is about a twinchy, right? Because it was 2 by about 2 to make the 6 pieces. So yeah, so it's not a twinchy technically, because it is going to get bigger than what we see right there. Okay, so I'm not going to worry about the back being so white and stark, because we'll figure that out. We'll be layering a bunch of stuff. Okay, and before we do that, let's just hit these edges with some black. Nothing too crazy. I'm just going to ink that up a little bit. Okay, all right. Yes. Inking and cutting. What else is like, how do you say, pieces of the process that we want to eliminate? And so it hinders people from doing things, because we're worried that you guys, the viewers, are going to be like, okay, I don't need to watch that. But it's part of the process. I heard Miss Gail mentioning that somebody threw her some shade because they talked about her inking, because she loves to ink. And so she is apologizing now when she has to ink something. And I think that that's such a shame, because she does such beautifully done videos. She doesn't edit, right? She just turns on the camera, she brings you herself, and then to have people be like, why are you inking or whatever? But that's her aesthetic, so she has to do it. So I just feel like, you know, what do you guys think? You know? So if I didn't have anything to add and I was just sitting here inking, would you be like, hello chick, let's go, chop chop? All right, so here's what we're gonna do. We got to look and see how these things work together, right? So it seems a little bit off. Now I could do that, or we'll just cut this in half and like stagger this a little bit, because it felt a little big, right? So we can do that. We can do a layer like that. Maybe you were like, oh, I can't see it, but you know, you can. When you're close up to it, you can see that there's 2 pieces right there. I would not do this side unless I was going to ink up that entire side, which we're not doing. So we're just going to be, or we can do something like here, and then the other side like that, so we have a double side like that. So we can do that, right? We can just do something that's completely on the side like we were thinking of doing, but then you're losing part of it, which makes me want to cut it off. So these are things we structure and think about. This over here has a little rigidity to it, which I'm fine with. We can add that to part of the section right there, and then we can add some strings. Okay, a string or 2 across or whatever. So yeah, I'm not sure. Usually I like to build them all, and they're all cousins in front of you guys, and then we go from there. Oh, and then the little paper clippy things. So yeah, can't lose them underneath the mat. Let's put them over here. right? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Duh, it was supposed to be 12. See, I was meant to do that because I didn't have enough. So let's take out 2 more. Okay. So yeah. So listen, if anything you can get from this is to not be hesitant when it comes to building your clusters, and just make something that is super neutral that you can just pop into any kind of journal, really. You wanted to add a little something more to it, you could. I think we're going to take a piece of this paper, tape ribbon, whatever it's called, right? I've coffee dyed the heck out of it, so it is very mangled. Let's just cut it right there and see what we get here. So we have a piece, one little piece there, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Okay. And where's the little thing? Here it goes, 12. I'm not going to use the raffia. Actually, I mean, no, I was supposed to be using this, people. This, okay? What's wrong with me? I'm all distracted. Okay, so let's just see what we have going on here. So let's say we do this and this, okay, and this, right? So we got that going on. We put a little bit of this right there, okay. Then we've got a piece of this happening right there. And then we're gonna have our little paper clip where, I don't know. Okay, but that's looking okay, like that. What else do you think we need? I could throw, like I said, I could throw a few of these strands up in there between the situation. So let's get that kind of started and prepped out, right? So once I get a design, like, I'm gonna take the bits and pieces off of here, out of the way, and let's lay them out. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, so we're gonna do this like this with a card, 2 with a card, and then a piece of this, and then a piece of this. Okay, so we're doing that. That's what we're doing. This is kind of small, but that's okay. We shall make it work with 2 of this and a card, a piece of this, and a piece of that. Okay. All right. Maybe this comes in a little later. We'll figure that out in a minute. Okay. So we got this, 2 pieces of that, a card, piece of canvas, a piece of this. Okay, yeah, we got our flow going now. Okay, 2 of these, piece of this, canvas, my data tape. Okay. Mind you, it's paper. We're going to be able to figure out the sizing and things like that. We'll change it up if we need to. You know. Okay, there we go. How did I miscount this? How did I miscount this? Maybe not. Oh no, I didn't. Okay, we're gonna do that. Do this over here. Do this over here. I don't see how far down. You can't see over here. You see over there. Let's move you just slightly. Hopefully you don't see my Dama shirt. That's the only thing that we don't want to be seeing. Okay, there. And then a piece of our data paper. And somehow I have an extra little snippet of it. No, okay, don't know how that happened. Because I don't know how to count, so we'll keep this little bad boy over there. So this is where we're at right now with our clusters. This is how I feel everything is kind of coming along. Now, where would the word go? Well, we would have to stick it across something. We could also attach the word to maybe this and add it as another layer. I just wouldn't want to hide this, which is like, I think a star piece. So we're gonna hold off on doing the words just now and get the bases done. So busting out the Barely Art. He's around. So I'm gonna just pick one to start with. Okay, let me move these guys out of my way. We'll do the words and the paper clips together so that we can still incorporate that item. Okay, we're just moving them over so that they're like not gonna get smushed around. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put Barely Art across the whole entire back, you know, more or less like that. I'm gonna just put a piece like this. I'm gonna put the other piece over here. No rhyme or reason, we're just approximating. Okay, and then we're gonna put that on top of here, something like that. Okay. Okay, and we're just gonna make sure that the back is kind of, you know, covered up and whatnot. Okay, so then we're gonna take our piece of canvas. Now I don't know if this would hold, so you know what, let's add another element that's sort of neutral. Let's get my staples. Okay, so my staples are gonna go in here. Let's just do a staple to get that stuck there. I'm good with that, right? And then this one has to come in. Okay, we could put it over the staples, but then we're still trying to bring in the fabric tack, which I'm not trying to bring in another piece of fabric tack or another element of glue. I want to make this as simple as possible, so let's just add some glue behind the voids and then see if I can attach that here. Okay, there we go. Alright, you know, he has a little bit of play, so there we go. Okay, so there's our base right now. Then we're gonna have to search out the words, so let's do another one. Let's keep our stapler here. Also vintage from where? I forgot. I got it from somebody who was selling their office stuff. You know, I found it in my grandma's things. I needed to clear out the house. We're selling it. All kinds of reasons people put things up out for sale. Also savers, you could, you know, thrift stores and things of that nature. So we're gonna do this. Okay, they don't have to necessarily be in the same spot. Okay, and we're gonna take this bad boy over here and put it like this. Okay, and we're gonna look at the back and we're gonna make sure that we can glue everything down nice and flat. Okay, just to make it easier to attach to a page or something. Okay, and then only because why not, I'm gonna turn this over that way. Why not? Okay, and add some adhesive right through there. Okay, then we're gonna take our little stampy piece of canvas and we're gonna do our little adherence right there, and then we're gonna glue this bad boy there. Yeah, okay, I'm not mad at that. I'm not even mad at all the scraggly bits. So I think I'm gonna do one more with you, and then I'm gonna put the video on pause, do the rest, come back, look at them, and then talk about what we're gonna do for the focal word, right? So we're gonna need to add that in. So here's another one of our bases. Let's do one more together. Okay. So again, we're gonna take our, looking at the wordings, the words upright. I'm gonna be adding in this. We're gonna add this first here. Let's add another piece down here. Okay, then we're just gonna take this and add this any old way. We're not looking at lining things up necessarily perfectly. There was a bunch of glue, so let me see how that's laying down there. Okay, looks good, looks good. We're gonna take our canvas piece And we're gonna staple that bad boy right here. Okay. Did it not take? The printer. I guess it's the omen that I need to kind of get to my printer. So like I was saying, I got that ink subscription thing and I was paying for years. No ink was coming. I wasn't using it. The printer was put away. And now it's like, what? I'm paying for what? How does this work? So I'm kind of pissed off. But I think some of them have these new subscription situations that I'm going to look into because of all the digital printing. But I don't think I'm going to do HP. I'm just mad at them at this moment in time. And I've always liked Epson printers, so I don't know. So let me put you on hold. Let me figure out, well, now I know what's wrong with the printer. Let me go and knock that printer, and then I'm going to finish all these clusters, and we're going to come back and continue. Okay, so all of the cousins are made, right? So that's what I like to say. You know, they're all kind of done. Similar, slightly different, related, not identical. So cousins, siblings, whatever, they're all there. They all have the visual, you can see everything, even the staples, right? Staples is an easy way to get the canvas on there without fussing too much. Some of the irregularity, things looked a little weird. I would just cut off the little pieces, so you're looking at that, right? They're all the same thing, visual here. This one bothers me, take that off, boom, we're done. This one here, that looks okay. This one's like this, that looks alright to me. That one's fine. This one's good. So how do I know? Because I kept it in the same combination, right? So this I don't like. This is a little too much. And I don't like the face of the person there, but that may get covered up with the word. So we're just taking a quick little look. This looks a little too out there. Just change it up a little bit. Here too, a little bit too much, a little too pointy, and kind of like that one being that way, and this, maybe this guy's the first one that I put that extra little piece out there for. Okay, there we go. Alright, so now we need to attach our words, but we need to figure out what those words are going to be, and so we want 12 words, things that are maybe statements, motivational, depends on what your jam is. You know, if you guys watch Margaret in Seven Plaza, she's not into certain kind of sentiments because of her own preferences, you know, so if this is for yourself, put whatever words you want. So I was looking at some of these things and wondering how to utilize this possibly and add another layer there. I don't want to cover too much of that. I thought about maybe folding it a little bit like this to add another texture, something like that, possibly. So I may want to do some of that folding right now. We're just going to do that to a few things. Okay, so nothing that's too straight. We don't want anything that's too straight. That's what I'm trying to avoid. I want some irregularity, right? Some that it looks kind of like, you know, some of them are longer, and we'll just figure it out. We'll figure it out. Okay, so 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9. 10, 11, and 12. Okay, so the rest of this, we said we were going to use, we used some of it. Whatever we pulled out, because this is from the trash bin, is going to the trash. Okay, we used something. We pulled it, we didn't use it all, but we used something. Okay, now we also have to contend with the paper clips. So first of all, let's just pull some words and put words on these things. So what can we put? Strength, laugh, beauty, elegance, dare to dream, creative soul. So I like that, creative soul. It's kind of on the long side. Let's find something that has some length to it and just put Creative Soul here. So one word is done. Okay, that I think can go into any journal. Forever and a Day, another nice little long one that can go into anywhere. Let's just pick a piece of paper and just put it there. So now we have 2 words done. Perfect Moments, not bad, very generic. Perfect Moments, we're gonna put that one right here. Okay, and then we're going to see what else. Miracles, determine, positivity, design, never give up, no. Persevere, no. Find your fair, no. Imagine, make today count. Create, persevere, courage. Happiness is okay. Happiness is fine. I don't mind that one. Happiness. Because if you know you're a happy person, you might have a journal. I don't know. Okay, there's another page. Let's see if we can get a few more from here. Collect the moments. Collect moments. That's what we're doing in our journals. Hopefully we're collecting moments. So let's put that one on a piece of paper here. Savor the moment. Things like that. I mean, journals are meant to capture things, whether they be art that you've created in the moment, actual thoughts and beliefs and feelings. So I think that's a safe bet to have something, you know. Life is beautiful, move, stand, care, heart wide open, wonderful, good times, thrive. Excuse me. Might seem odd, but the word keep, because that's what we're doing. We're keeping memories. Let's get rid of this little weird edge there, and this one here too that I was finding kind of odd. Let's put keep here. Okay, we have how many more? 1, 2, 4, 5 more. Let's do this. We can do this. We got this. We got this. We got this, right? Let's see. Let's just put keep. Let's just put wonderful. Just some nice positive. It's wonderful. It's marvelous. Spark, rise and shine, good times. Let's put good times. Good times is always good. I think that's okay. Good times. We're having good times when we're doing this. So, okay, that works out. Throwing these little pieces. Once I'm gonna look at them again. We need to put 2 more. Thrive, rise and shine, spark, celebration, go beyond, beat limitless, radiate love, adapt, bold moves in the beginning. Let's put joy. Why not? Right. A lot of people use joy in their sentiments, so why not? And so we need one more. Let's look again over here. Some of them are repetitious, some of them aren't. Oh, memories. I completely missed that last time. There we go. Memories like the... I don't know. I forgot the words. I would have kept saying if I didn't remember the words, but I forgot the words. Alright, so we have that. So now, we're going to be putting them on here. Do we attach the paper clip somewhere on these guys first? So let's see. If we put the paper clip here. Okay. Now, I'm putting it like with the smaller one in the front. That's okay. I think that's cool. It's like, oh, this is what's holding the piece of paper there. But it's not, 'cause it's going to be glued down. Okay, so now we got to fuss with the little paper clips. They're cute, but they're fussy. Okay, here we go. Alright, so we're going to have that visual like it's the paper clip is holding it. I'm not mad at that. Sounds good. Looks good, I think. Okay, over the sticker as well. Come on. Here we go. So it looks like it's holding it. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so you see what we're doing there? We're seeing what we're doing there. If it feels a little too far from wherever, just fold it over. And do that. If that looks weird, just so that you can actually see the word. Okay, it's just a make a believe. It's make believe, right? Wonderful. Okay, this is a little too big over here, so we're just gonna do that, and we're gonna do our paper clip. Okay, I don't want to obscure the words, but it should look like it's touching the sticker so that like it's holding the word. So something along those lines. Okay, this one, let's keep going. So we're fiddling, but that's okay. Sometimes it's needed. Okay. Alright, there we go. And now the silence of concentration. Okay, no, don't go under the sticker. There you go. Okay, two more guys, and then we will glue them off. Now, I was thinking this was going to be a short video, but I don't know. I just can't. Even though this is simple, why can't I make it simple? So I apologize. Oh, we didn't use that one. So do we have enough? 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11. No, because we have to have a word on this. Let's put create. So why not? Because that's what we're doing. Did I already do create? I don't know. But we're going to put create there now. And where's that last one that didn't have? Okay, what happened here? 2, 4, 6. How do I do these things? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. Where is the other one? We're missing one again. What is wrong with me, guys? What is wrong with me? Oh, collect moments doesn't have a paper clip. So wait a minute. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Okay, 12. I don't know why, but my damn printer really wants to act a mess right now. So it's an HP. It's 4100, 4100 something E something whatever, and it's not picking up the paper. And like I don't got time to be trying to figure out what's going on with that. Okay, so now do we need any other element? Do we want to add some of this to it? Oh, interesting. This is coming apart. Okay. Do we want to add some of that to it? Do we want to add some of this to it? Or do we feel like this is good enough? This might be just good enough, right? I think so. I think it's good enough. Okay, so we're just going to attach these to our clusters. So anywhere we see some paper, we're going to do that. Pick up a cluster, pick up a word, put it around here. I still want to see my fancy schmancy data paper tape, whatever it's called. Alright, and that's it. Here's your neutral word cluster. Let's keep it going. Let's grab a cluster and grab a paper word. Doesn't matter what. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. You're making a stash. Stash building. Okay, I'm gonna put that right here. Okay, I'm gonna press down because barely art needs a little bit of pressure and like a couple more seconds than barely art. Okay, let's go here. And we're gonna do this. Okay, so what are you guys thinking about this little session we had right now? No rhyme or reason, just jumping on, making some clusters, different kinds. This neutral, maybe I'll go and do like floral clusters on a different day or something like that, or spooky. I have so many journals that I want to do. I was watching, what was I watching? Who was I watching? Oh my goodness. I was watching somebody, or maybe it was just a day. And everything people were showing that I saw throughout my day was, oh, I want to make a journal of that. Oh, I want to make a journal of that theme. Oh, and I'm just like, I need to start collecting up these things, and I need to start making specific ephemera or collect and order certain. Oh, I'm going to cover the face because I don't like the face there. And whatnot. So yeah, that's another thing. Like, how do you guys do that? Do you focus on one journal at a time and then just work with that until it's completely done, or do you have multiple projects going on all over the place? Okay, and this one's kind of big, so maybe we can use a chunkier piece. Yes, I'm feeling that one. Because I know, like, again, Miss Scale, we love our certain people we always watch. She has like little binders or something, not binders, baggies, but not like zip baggies, but like something she holds and puts together and collects up the things that she knows she's looking for. So like, I want to do a sewing journal. I want to do an Asian or Oriental is a bad word, I think, Asian style journal, or I want to do a cooking or a recipe kind of journal, or like, kitchen or retro. I'm not sure how limiting I want it to be. I want to do a fashion journal. I kind of did a fashion one and just trial and error and just in my process of learning. I'm thinking I might take, once I find this, find everything and really figure out where things are going to go. I'm gonna do maybe a flip through of the journals that I've created so far in my journey here of becoming a junk journaler. I also have stuff that I wanted to put up in Etsy, but I also noticed that people are doing like the Ko-fi and or Ko-fi, whatever, Ko-fi, and they're putting stuff to sell there. So that's why I figured, let me see. I'll put that little data paper to sell. It's easy enough. I don't have to worry too much about shipping. It'll ship in a regular envelope, I think, without a problem. Hopefully, cross my fingers. Excuse me. Oh, where's the staples? Huh? What happened? I covered them? Oh no, we need to add more staples. We want to see the staples. That's part of whatever we're doing here. Okay. And so that didn't work well. Oh, it's good enough. It's better than it was before. So yeah, if like I'm gonna add an element to my cluster, I want to kind of see it. I think it would be cute saying. All right, so I'll put this over here, but I don't want to lose that. But I guess this will be good enough. Okay. Excuse me. Oh my goodness. Do not. I was about to say, do not tell me I miscounted again, because I'm about to scream, y'all. Yeah, so maybe I'll do like a flip through Friday and show all the journals and things that I've created in my illustrious career as a young journaler, and what things I might want to put up on sale. And I don't know. Like, there's so many avenues now. There's Etsy, of course. There's Ko-fi, of course. There's Facebook Marketplace that I've seen. I purchased some things from people too, because I want to see what others are doing out there. I want to learn from the people that seem to be successful in what they're selling. And if it's somebody that's like a reseller, I did a few videos where I posted up some stuff from resellers and whatever, because why not share the information? So yeah, I want to do like some little golden books. I haven't finished the one that I started, which was the teacup. I don't know why I picked that one. I think I picked it because it wasn't my theme, And I figured if I messed it up, but it's actually coming out, I think, pretty cute. I just got to get wrapped around my head like what would be expected in it. And I don't want to make it too gator mouth. I don't mind gator mouth, you know, but some people don't like that. And I don't really want to start out with gator mouth, right? So yeah, that's the thing. Anyway, guys, I think we're done. So hopefully we'll show you each one. I'll bring it up. Maybe I'll just bring the camera down, you know, because why not? Let's do that. Yeah, look at that. Nice and close. So we've got this one and this one. So we have Create and Enjoy. And then we have Keep and Creative Soul. Cool, cool. Then we have Forever and a Day and Memories. Cool. I like them all. They all look very similar, but they all do look different as well. Happiness and Savor the Moment. All very benign, very easy to put anywhere, tuck on a page. Wonderful Collect Moments. And then finally we have Perfect Moments and Good Times, which I hope you've had here with me. That was not planned, but hey, perfect segue. I hope you had a good time here with me, and that maybe you will sit down and try to make some clusters. Just go with it, grab whatever's around you, use those things you've been buying and stuff like that, and just like have fun making stuff. Oh my god, I'm so tired. Did not mean for me to yawn in your faces. Anyway, if you're new, please consider subscribing. If you've been here a minute, thank you so much for always coming back and providing me with that support. I'm on my way to 500 subscribers. I have a video about my goal, a video about a giveaway. All that good stuff is on my channel. You can go and find it over there, my channel page. And yeah, look out for the next 5 days. I'll be having 5 more straight up projects, and on June 6th we'll have the Creep on June, which has a couple of things going on that day specifically to me. But you should yeah, subscribe, ring the bell, comment, like, and share. And until next time, ciao ciao.